it's Jenny here from Our Humble Home. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be making some cappuccino stencils. I will actually be showing you how I make them if you want to make them yourself, and if you like I will send you the files to all of these too, so all you have to do is actually put them into your Cricut and cut them out. It's all done for you. How I do mine is I actually go into Canva and I choose a design in Elements. I just type in what I might like. Canva has changed a little bit in the sense that you can't just download a design now. Some you can, but others you can't. It won't let you. You have to change it in some way, and that's why I just put a little design sort of at the top and I sort of shrunk it down. I exported it and then I brought it back into Canva, removed the background, and I downloaded it as a transparent file. So now I'm bringing that file into the Cricut, and as you can see it is transparent, but we need to make a stencil out of it, and I'm going to make a template. So I've gone into shapes and I've chosen a round shape, and I'm just positioning the transparent file there. There's a bit of a process to making this transparent though. So what you do is you have to select each layer, go down to combine, click that once and slice twice, and it will actually take out the design. And now you can see you have your stencil there. I will go into this a bit more. I'll show you some more designs I'm going to create, so I'll explain it a little bit better there. Now I'm just wanting to add a little handle to it. I didn't realize that I had to pay for this particular one. It's in Cricut Access, and I don't have that, and I don't know why it let me actually download this without paying it, because I tried a few times and eventually it said no, you've got to pay for it. So I really don't know, but that's okay. If you want these files, that will all be included. But what I did want to do is actually put a little hole in the handle just to make it so if you are making a bundle of these, you can tie them all together and keep them all together so they don't get lost and they're safe. So again, I'm just basically doing what I did to make the stencil pattern transparent, popping it in, selecting both layers, combining, and then pressing splice twice. If you're making this for yourself, all you have to do is save that up the top. You can save it into all of your creations, and that will save. I went one step further because I wanted to actually save mine as a file outside of Cricut, and so what I did was I screenshot it and then copied and pasted it back into Canva and just went through the process. I did it with the original design. I put it in, I removed the background and downloaded it as a transparent file. You don't have to get your designs from Canva. There are designs you can just get straight from Cricut and do the same thing with. You just miss this step of having to export and then bring it back in and remove the background. I mean, they do have a lot of designs, and there's even more if you have the Cricut Access, but that's what I do because I don't have that, and there are a lot of designs on Canva that I really like. So what I'm going to do now is bring it in, and I'm going to actually cut this one out just to try it and see how we go. So I'm putting it in, I'm sizing it. You can make it any size you want, whatever size you want your template to be. Obviously I want mine smaller than that and so I'll pop it into Cricut and cut it out. If you see the pieces that are missing here, it's because my mat isn't sticky, and I need a new mat, and for the next ones I cut out I'll be buying. And it's ultra important when cutting Mylar out because you don't want pieces coming out and getting in the way of the cut. But that, I was lucky that did cut out okay. So here I'm just going back in and I'm just creating some different designs that I can cut out and make templates for and use for my cappuccino stencils. So when you're taking your design into Cricut and you're cutting it out, you actually don't need to do the process of putting the circle in, the handle and all of that. If you just put your design, your black design, transparent design into Cricut, it will cut it out on a piece of Mylar just as it is. The reason I am doing with the circle is because I want to make like a little I guess it's gimmicky, but just like a little template and a little handle for the stencil to go onto. And that's the reason. But if you just put the actual transparent file in and wanted to cut it out on a square piece of Mylar, that would work too. But I am just doing this because I think it looks cute. Now, like I said before, you attach both layers. You go down to combine and press slice twice, and then remove the design and just delete what's left. And see, that's given me now the transparent design in there, which is really cool. And I can now just save that into my designs in Cricut. But if you do want to export it, just click the little square at the top and that will get rid of all the squares. Then press print screen and copy and paste it. I do mine in Canva. And then I go through the process of just downloading it, bringing it back in, removing the background, downloading it as a transparent file, and then I can have that saved as an actual file that you can share with friends or you have there just in case anything goes wrong with your Cricut designs and you lose them somehow. So I'm just doing the same thing with all of my other designs and it's pretty easy. I made an actual template, like so that black part with the handle, I made that as a template, so that's separate. I didn't do that for each. I had that actually made and I just added the design into it. Now this is the size I made mine, so at the top here you will see the dimensions, the width and the height, and this is the size I made mine. But I would suggest that you measure your mug. You don't want the template being smaller than the rim of your mug. You want it just to be able to sit nicely on top of your mug and then sprinkle the cocoa onto the top. And with bikkie stencils, you don't want the design to be bigger than your biscuit either. So if you are making biscuits and you have a cookie cutter, I would sort of work that out and then, you know, size your design accordingly. This is my mat that I bought, the new one, the sticky mat. So you can see how everything is nicely attached to it, and when it was cut, nothing lifted. And I will attach at the top, put my 7mm Mylar settings, cutting settings up there, because they're just perfect settings and they cut it perfectly each time. So you might want to go and see that video if you haven't already. And they're my stencils, which I'm really pleased with. Now I'm going to try them out. So first I'm going to try them out on my coffee. So I don't have a proper frother either, so this was a very light froth. If you've got a proper frother and it's a lot thicker, it'll work a lot better. And I just sit it on the top and I sprinkle cocoa on. This was my favorite stencil, actually. This was really pretty, the flower one. So I thought I'd try them out on some bickies too. So I didn't make these. These are just plain biscuits that I put some royal icing on. It's set hard. And I'm going to try two different things. So I'm going to try it with the stencil with actual icing as well. And this was a little bit difficult and messy, but they turned out okay. I think for stencil, bikkie stencils, the silkscreen stencils are probably the best, but it wasn't too bad. They turned out, they were cute anyway, and I mean, nothing homemade is ever perfect. Then I had an idea, and I got it sort of from the sprinkling the cocoa on the coffee, is maybe sprinkling something on. So I thought maybe jelly crystals. So what I did was I just slightly wet with my finger with a bit of water the top of the icing, just so the crystals would actually stick and they would set on there. And that's a really cute idea too. They turned out really pretty. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm a bit silly doing this? Sometimes the things I do, I think, oh, who'd be interested in that? But I really enjoy doing them. And like I said, you let me know, and I will give you the actual templates as well. My email's down below, so just let me know, and I will send through the transparent files. You can just pop them in your Cricut and try them yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video. Have a great week, and bye for now. And I thought, well, I'm going to try to paint and do a stencil with this. This was just the inside of a drawer, one of my drawers I had. And I thought I'll stencil and see how this turns out.